welcome to another episode of Board Game Coach. Today I'm going to present you a few interesting looking Kickstarter projects I discovered during my time browsing the current active projects. Now, as I'm aware, most of you will know Kickstarter, as we are all board game enthusiasts, but most of the time there are more projects asking for our money than we have money to spend, so we have to be critical. It's my goal to present you on regular time basis with these videos where I show you some projects that might be worthy of your money. So please take your time to look through these Kickstarter projects and see for yourself if they are. So without any further ado, these are the projects I selected for you this time. The first project I would like to show you is Hakan Attolia. Hakan Attolia is the second expansion for the base game Hakan, which was funded last year. Now, Hakan was all about people in the prehistoric age who are coming together, settling themselves into clans and building houses. You could win the game by scoring enough victory points, the highest victory points, and you could achieve that by building ovens, shrines, etc, etc. Now, the nice thing about Anatolia is it adds new achievements to the game, but you don't score the points during the game, but just at the end of the game. And as we know, in Hakan there are a lot of disasters that can happen that influence your family's houses, so it might be a challenge to achieve it actually. There are 3 new achievements you can try to accomplish. You can try to give the biggest festival of all, you can try to add water supply to your houses, or you can add artifacts to your houses. It's an interesting touch to the game, so if you are an owner of a base copy of Hakan or the theme sounds interesting to you, please check this page. The second game I want to show you is Conan. The Conan is an awesome looking miniature game for 2 to 5 players. One player will take on the role of the evil overlord who is going against Conan and his associates. You will play several scenarios that are based on the number of players that can take part into the game. The components, the quality of the components really look top-notch, and also when you watch the video review, the game promises to deliver interesting gameplay mechanics. Be sure to check out the videos explaining the rules, even though you're not interested in the game itself, because it's really fun to watch. It looks like the designers and the people behind the project are really enjoying themselves. They are French people trying to speak English. It's really enjoyable to watch them seeing and explaining the rules. The third project I would like to show you is Tiny Epic Galaxies from Gameling Games. Now, we all know Tiny Epic, don't we? Tiny Epic Kingdoms, Tiny Epic Defenders are games that are already published by Gameling Games, and now they are leaving the fantasy setting behind to explore the universe in Tiny Epic Galaxies. Now, what keeps amazing me is that Gameling Games is able to achieve so much fun, putting that in a small box that is able to fit in a big pocket of your trousers. And it looks like Tiny Epic's Galaxies will deliver that too. Now, the main mechanics of this game are dice rolls, and you have to activate your dice rolls to perform actions. But an interesting layer to that game is the fact that also other players can benefit from your dice rolls and the actions you choose. So you have to be careful, but because it might happen that your other opponents are scoring more points in your turn than you do yourself. Check this game out. If you already own Tiny Epic Kingdoms and Tiny Epic Defenders, Tiny Epic Galaxies is a copy you just can't miss into your collection. The fourth project I would like to present to you is Spirits of the Rice Paddy by Phil Dubarry. Now, the creators of this project describe the game as a medium to heavy Euro agriculture simulation game where you need to maintain and build your rice paddies. Now, the core gameplay mechanics are worker placement, but what's a nice touch is that you are also able to play spirit cards. Now these spirit cards come in different strengths, where the highest strengths give you the most benefit. But it's also a disadvantage, because if you play lower spirit cards, you will be able to get your hands on the precious water and limited water that's in the game, and that you need to maintain your rice paddies. So this adds an interesting level of strategy, where you will need to decide if you really need the benefits of a higher spirit card, or if you will play the lower spirit card to ensure you have water to maintain your rice paddies. Another thing that really appealed to me was the aesthetics of the game. It really looks like they hit the nail on that one. It kind of even made me feel zen for a moment, so be sure to check out this project. The final project I want to share with you is a casual card game for 3 to 5 players called Gang Up. In Gang Up, you are trying to become the ultimate crime lord. You can achieve this by accumulating enough status points. These status points are scored by committing crimes, but most of the times these crimes are just way above your head, and you will need other players to help you achieve that, or to commit that crime. And that's where an interesting gameplay mechanic comes into play. The backstabbing mechanism. You are able to backstab your opponent, so you can run away with all the status of the successful crime and leave them behind with nothing. So a nice tension is added to the game this way, where you will need to decide, do I need the help from other players, will I backstab my opponents, or how will I influence the game in other ways. Also, the art of the cards are really looking nice, and they have a real nice mafia style to it. So if this sounds interesting at all, be sure to check out their Kickstarter page. This concludes the projects I wanted to show you this time. Please feel free to let me know in the comments what you think is the project that deserves our money the most, and if I have overlooked an interesting looking Kickstarter project, also let me know so I will be able to check them out. Thank you for watching, and remember, may the boards be with you and the dice be ever in your favor.